guys, welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see, we're in the truck today, and today we're heading out to Shelby, North Carolina. It's about an hour or so from where I live, and we're actually going to go picking up some parts. So now this is going to be a bit of a longer project because we're going to have to do this in several steps, and what we're going to be doing is converting something that's not meant for the car. We're going to be putting it in the car, and I think you guys enjoy it. So let's head up to the parts place. We'll pick up the new parts. Alright guys, so we just left the parts place, and you probably can see behind me what's in the back window. Now, some of you guys might know what those are, some of you might not know what those are. So, what I do want to say is the guy that sold me the items on eBay did a very good job, and since he was a local buyer and seller, and I was able to buy them. I think I bought those at like 2 o'clock this afternoon, and they're ready to pick up at 4. So I can't complain about that at all. So I'll make sure to leave that guy's eBay account positive feedback. So let's head home and we'll show you what we got. Alright guys, so we're finally back home, and I want to show you what we picked up. So as you guys can see here, we have a set of C7 Corvette GT seats. So you guys might be wondering, how did you end up with C7 seats? Well, there's a couple factors here. One was the price. I got these at a really great deal on eBay from that auto parts seller. Second was I actually needed to get a set of seats that had a pass-through with it. So as you guys can see, there is a slot here where you can slide a harness through, a race harness through, and that can go around your shoulders. Now with the seats that I have now, I have the updated 2011 to 2013 C6 seat. You could run harnesses with it, but you're gonna have to run it around like the headrest and around the shoulder rest. And I don't think the way you'd run those harnesses around the seat would be legal in any kind of racing regulation or sanctioning body. So, you know, we needed to get something with a pass-through on. And kind of the last issue is the fact that when I, try to get out of the car and you press the door exit button and the seats slide back, well, the seats actually kind of hit the cage on both sides. It rubs against, that leather is rubbing against that roll bar trying to get closed when you move the seat back. So that was kind of the last thing. And another issue why that is rubbing is actually because the airbag that is on the driver's side and the passenger side of the seat, it just makes the seat that much wider, and that's kind of why it's rubbing. So on these seats, what we're going to be doing is actually removing the airbag box on both sides, on the passenger and driver's side. And the reason we're going to be removing that is because I don't think the C7 airbag system is going to be compatible with the C6. And of all the people that have done this swap, I think everyone has removed those, and people have not plugged those back in. I think they just simply got an airbag simulator and left them unplugged. So that's kind of the other main reason. So those are all the main reasons why we got these seats, and I did want to cover one more, and actually that's the cost of a race seat. If you guys go buy a really nice Recaro or a Sparco, you're going to be spending almost like $800 to $1,000 per seat. And well guys, let me tell you, I only spent $400 a seat here from the auto parts seller. So I basically only needed these seats for parts. Yes, I could put these seats in, bolt them in, and be good to go. Now, there's also a really other cool upgrade that you guys can do with the C7 GT seats. You guys can actually swap the back for the competition seat. Now, the competition seat is a little bit narrower, it's a little bit taller, but it also has those big pass-throughs here and here, and has that carbon fiber bit in the middle. So that's kind of the other thing that, long-term plan upgrade that we might do, is that we might do that competition seat back swap, if that's what you want to call it. Now, you guys will not actually see the seat install in today's video, and that is due to one of two reasons. One, I need to get these things cleaned up, so we'll do that in this video. And two, the wiring, it's been figured out. People have wired up these seats to go into the Corvette, from a C7 to a C6. But there's a company that I'm waiting for, and they're working on a harness to make this plug and play. And there is a harness available now, but I need a specific harness, and that harness is actually the heated and cooled seat option, because these are the heated and chilled C7 seats. If you guys can see, they've got the perforated leather in the middle there. And so that was the other option that I wanted. I kind of wanted a seat chiller for a long time. My SS behind me over here has it, and I just thought, I'm like, well, heck, if it's plug and play, let's go ahead and do it. So basically, these are fully ventilated seats with the chiller and the heat function. And the heat function, that stuff should just plug and play. The chiller, the harness says it's going to be plug and play, but you're going to have to put a button somewhere. So basically, that is just a switch 12-volt source. You turn the button on, it works. Turn the button off, it turns off. So it's a very simple kind of system. And I don't know where we'll put the buttons, but you know, we will have a heated and cooled racing seat. So that's kind of just a cool technology upgrade with this swap that I've been wanting to do for a long time. And you know, now we have the ability to actually do that. So, but as you guys can see, these seats are super dirty. So let's go ahead and get these things cleaned up. All right, guys, here's kind of the before and after. You guys can see that the leather came out pretty clean. Still, it might be a little bit damp in a few spots, but compared to this one, the difference is night and day. And, but yeah. So this driver's seat is a little bit more beat up than I thought it was. But you know what, guys? It's not a huge ordeal. Like this leather right here, I don't know if that has just split or needs to be tucked back in. There is kind of a break right here in this outer leather pad. And then down here where the seatbelt, I don't know if that's a retractor part, but over here by the seatbelt, it's also ripped up there. So obviously I knew I was buying some used parts. And if I do that back conversion, none of that stuff's going to matter because we're just going to end up replacing all of it anyway. So, but yeah, that's the driver's side. Now I haven't cleaned up the passenger side yet. And, but I think this side's about the same. I think we might be missing a clip here. Yeah, it looks like a clip goes there. I think it's missing over here too. So, you know, we've got to buy a few parts, you know, clips and stuff. But honestly, I'll have to double check. I'm not sure if the seat belt holders are going to be the same between the GT seat that we have and that competition seat that, you know, the seat back that we're looking at replacing. And the leather on this one, the bottom is actually in pretty decent shape. Well, I just kind of wiped it, but yeah, the leather looks to be in pretty good shape. I don't see any cracks or tears, so I think we're good on the bottom. This bottom looks to be in about the same condition. And actually, the seat back here, this one appears to be in better shape. So what we've been using is a simple Adams product. This is the Adams carpet and upholstery cleaner. You know, I'll be honest, guys, I'm not sure if they even make this anymore. I know they sell a total interior cleaner. Maybe that's what they've moved to. Some of my Adams stuff is actually really old. So, you know, kind of good that we're using some of it. But so if Adams even makes this product, I'll try to have a link down below. And that way you guys can pick one up for yourself. If not, you know, I'll have a similar product to whatever they've replaced this with. So that's actually kind of the thing with Adams. It seems like every couple of years they come out with a new product. They replace an old product. They change the name of it. So you buy something one year, you know, in a year or two, it might not even be that same product because I guess they've replaced it with a better product or whatever. But yeah, so far this cleaned up really well. And the second step to this would be actually to use this leather and interior conditioner. You have to be careful with this if you have perforated leather, and we do. This leather conditioner can actually get stuck in the perforated holes. And to actually clean that out, I think I either had to use a Q-tip or a toothpick or a combination of both of those. And you use that to clean the little holes. But so just be careful using a product like this, trying to when you treat the leather. So I think what we're going to do next is clean up the passenger side, and then we'll close out the video. All right, guys, as you can see, both seats have been cleaned up. The passenger side seat's still drying out a little bit, but I will say this, the bottom leather actually cleaned up really well. I thought there was a scuff right here in the leather itself, but that actually just wiped right off. It just needed to be cleaned. There is some crap on it. I probably just need to try to clean that a little bit better, and we should be good to go. So these seats actually clean up really well. You know, like I said, this actually going into the car might be a little while. We're still waiting on that harness to get developed with the heat and cooled wiring features on that. So that's kind of the big thing that we're waiting on. But we have options. We could either swap the seats as they are directly into the car. We could do the back, you know, like I said, do the competition seat rear upgrade. Or we could go full crazy and strip it down to the frame on both of them, replace the lower covers with the competition seat cover as well as the foam. So depending on the seat that you find and the options that you get, like there are dozens of combinations that you could do with this project. So this is just kind of an intro to this project. We're gonna have a follow-up video with us actually probably tearing down the seat and then installing them, and then however we're going to wire it, either using the plug and play harness, or we just send it, cut some harnesses up, and you know, get everything working, because there are wiring diagrams out there on how to get this stuff to work. So, but that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, not super exciting, but we got some new seats for the car. We cleaned them up, and like I said, we will eventually get them into the car once we figure out the harness stuff, or if that plug and play harness comes into play. So if you guys want to see the seat upgrade, the seat install, and whatever we decide to do with the foam, the covers, and wiring, if you guys want to see all those videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And also, if you guys like this video, hit that like button. And if you guys want to help support the channel, click all the links down below. We'll try to have those cleaning products links, and also check out our website, BonecrrusherSS.com. Thanks guys, have a great one.